I'm Badge.
And I'm Band-Aid.
And we are
Backroads Bound.
We hope you're going to follow along today as we travel through South Georgia on the way to Stark, Florida to the Southeast Overland and Outdoor Expo.
Of course, we're keeping it backroads.
So we'll get a few snippets of some little country towns as we travel through, and we'll pick up again probably once we hit the front gate of the Expo.
I'm super excited because I plan on buying me some stuff. I'll buy you something too.
You don't say.
I will.
Y'all come along.
Be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you soon.
Bye, y'all. We ran all over the curb. After driving past so many awesome rigs, we found a place in a little back corner tucked in by the trees, hoping to get out of the wind a little bit.
Oh, the rim was brutal.
Unfortunately, as day become night, it was a real fight to get the tent put up, especially the annex. As you can see, the wind was really pushing it around. And it was just...
That was fun.
Unreal. Yeah,
Should have been there. It was real fun.
Best part of it was Band-Aid got started on cooking us a little supper after we got it all put together.
I veg pretty good. We had some steak and some asparagus and veggies. Although, if you've ever been cooking on the tailgate at nighttime with 90-mile-an-hour winds, you would know how much fun we had. But it was all good.
The jet boil impressed me. Those burners stayed lit even with that wind pushing through the way it was, and that made a huge difference. I guess I was really just ready after a long drive and a good meal to
hit the sack. I know I was.
Yep, and get up the next morning to see what the event had to offer.
Yep.
So, day 2 of the expo, and we got in a little late last night. The weather was horrific trying to get everything set up. That's probably what we should have videoed.
Yeah.
Getting the annex on in that wind was unreal. I think we drew a crowd. Everybody was kind of watching and cheering for us to get it done. So, but it's a beautiful day so far today. I think we may have some rain coming in this afternoon, and we're going to go and try to get some information from some of the vendors on some products that folks might be interested in, and take the rest of the afternoon to look at some of the amazing rigs out here. Maybe do a walkthrough of our own setup.
Yeah. We've already met some really cool people and rigs. It's pretty awesome. We're excited.
It really is. We can't wait to bring it to y'all and let y'all watch this in hopes that, you know, if you decide to come next year, you'll kind of know what you're in for. We'll see if they're running the obstacle course, the road course today maybe, and if so, we'll get a little bit of video of that. So we hope y'all continue to stay tuned, come along with us, and perhaps y'all might be interested in one of the vendors that is here. I'll give you a hint. He's displaying a Skinny Guy camper. Y'all come along.
Tell if that's...
So we found the Skinny Guy camper booth, and I'm sure everybody will recognize Bill and Deb with Cottywopple and their awesome Mojave, which is now toting the new Gladiator from Skinny Guy. What's it actually called? This is Justin with Skinny Guy, and we're gonna let him give you some information on it, and hope everybody enjoys this.
Yeah, well, thank you. So this is our 5.0 GLR model, and this is specifically designed for the Jeep Gladiator. We have a 5.0 model that is for the mid-size trucks, but this one is specifically designed for this truck. So we followed the lines of the top of the cab and the actual profile of the Jeep, and we wanted to make it look really great on the Gladiator. So This is our kit and caboodle model trim. The kit and caboodle is the highest level trim. It has every option that we offer. So this has a sink, a stove, it has hot water and heat provided by the Truma. That's powered by propane. It has battery management system by Red Arc. It's a Manager 30. It has solar, 100 watts of solar out back to help keep that powered.
Okay.
And it has a sleeping space, indoor floor drain. It's got a bullfinch shower port so you can get hot water from that and take a shower indoors, outdoors, whichever you choose. So it's essentially fully featured. It's ready to go. And one of the great things about it altogether is the fact that you can remove it. So we have our jack systems that come with the campers. You can completely remove it from your truck so you can take it on and off, which is great.
So all your power needs are met.
Power needs are met.
All your camping needs are met.
Yep.
You have full water system, shower, toilet.
Yep.
And then you have your cooking inside as well.
Yep.
It's kind of hard to beat.
It is. It's very hard to beat. It's very hard to beat. And it weighs, this one weighs in and around, I believe, 800 pounds, if I remember on the paperwork, in and around that. This is a first production model. It has not been weighed, but according to our estimations, that's about where we're at on this particular camper. So much less what Deb and Bill have already done to the truck.
Right.
It didn't really take anything extra to put this camper on.
Okay,
So,
and that says a lot. If you don't have to do a lot of additional modifications to ride something like this. I think they run airbags.
I'm not sure what he's done for suspension-wise on it, but we didn't have to do anything different. It sat right on there. I personally own a Gladiator as well. We've set it on there. We've done a lot of photo shoots with it.
No issues
No
at all
issues.
with
We
weight
set it on
and the
there,
way it
strap
rides.
it down. Yeah, that's correct.
And that goes a long way.
It does.
It really does.
It does. So all our campers are completely powder coated out on the exterior. We use a stainless steel pop rivet to assemble them. Those are also sealed on the exterior.
Okay.
The interior is completely powder coated. We don't use any wood products. There's no glue, staples, anything like that. So it's almost one of those where you could like throw it off into the water.
It's an all-weather system
yeah,
for sure.
you can come back and retrieve it, and there's not going to be any issues at all because it's just extremely durable.
Now, what is this built for? Two-person?
So most of our campers are built for a two-person setup, right? So the 6.5, which is our flagship, we've got some folks that have enough room for themselves, maybe a small child, right? So. But the Gladiator is definitely set up for just two people. But that's okay. It has a lot of space even for two people on the inside of this thing. So, but yeah, it's got basically everything you need.
You got all
super
your
creature comforts.
Disposal tanks, your gray water, everything on board.
So we don't have any gray water. We have a black water tank. If you get the
water tank.
Yeah, we get a black water tank if you use the Primaloo, which is the flushing toilet. This one has a freshwater tank, and between that and the storage on the inside with the water heater, you get about 15 gallons of freshwater storage.
All right, and the ability for shore power?
It has, so with the battery management system on the kit and caboodle, we have a shore power plug on the other side to charge your battery. It can be hooked to your pickup so it's charging while you're driving, and then of course the solar panel. So you have 3 ways to keep that topped off.
That's amazing. That is truly amazing.
So one of the cool things about Skinny Guy is ours actually hover. It's not a slide-in camper. So it sits on the bed rails of the pickup, and then it's strapped down. And you have the ability, Bill and Deb have their slide here. You could put a drawer system in. You could leave it empty and just use totes, things like that. A lot of times mine is done exactly that way, so I can take and change my setup depending on where I'm going.
Well, it looks like an awesome system.
Yeah, thank you.
Can't wait to see more of them out there on the road. And thank you for your time.
Absolutely, we appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in.
Absolutely.
So if you have any more questions about Skinny Guy, reach out to us. Our email is info@skinnyguycampers.com. We also have a great website, Instagram, and Facebook. So that's where you can find us.
Well, thank you so much for your time
Thank you. I
today.
appreciate it.
Have a great one. We're here with Victor. He's with Rack Attack. And if y'all haven't been, Rack Attack is a store that carries many products for the off-roading and overlanding community. And I'm gonna let him go through some of those products, and I'm just gonna get out of his way because they've got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Thank y'all coming out to the expo. We do have a lot to offer. Carry a lot of popular brands. The Medics, they offer the powered coolers, some covers, chairs for seating as well. Some of the powered batteries, lithium batteries. We also offer Go Zero, popular brand as far as some of the solar panels and power stations as well. Some of the sizes range from 2,000 to they even got like 3,000s as well. We also offer Max Tracks, get you out of a rut, out of a pit. Carry roam as well. Do the rugged cases as well as rooftop tents, as well like the Rambler we have on this Tundra. Carry Yakima and Thule as well. So both their rooftop tents as well as their racks. Recently started carrying KC Highlights. So yeah, you got their Apollo Slimline as well as the Flex Era, so you got your spot flood. Then yeah, popular setup for a lot of vehicles, overhaul HDs by Yakima, as well as a little storage system for your hitch, the Expo swing base. It's a modular system. Could put a gear locker or else a basket as well as a top shelf. And we do carry iCamper as well. Carry some of the SkyCamp minis, the full-size SkyCamps as well, 3.0s.
The 3.0 is what we actually have, the mini, and we love it. We've also got the full annex off, all of which we purchased through Rack Attack. So we really do love the store and location. What about the chairs I'm seeing from Dometic? Those are really nice looking.
Yes, these are all Dometic chairs. We offer 3 different styles, Duro 180, then the C1, as well as the Forte 180. That one has a little table on the side of it you could fold up as well.
Okay.
Then we got these jugs as well, hydration water jugs. They are pretty popular. Pair them with the faucet.
Now I've been seeing a lot of it. The faucet's touch faucet, that's correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just double tap it and it'll run on its own. It'll kick off.
That's really a great product from Dometic.
Yeah. Definitely got a lot of goods, a lot of stuff in store, but as well as we're able to order a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
So where's the store locations for the Southeast? What are you looking at now?
So here in Florida, we have one in Tampa, which is located at 1518 Northdale Mabry. We just recently opened 2 in North Carolina, so one in Raleigh as well as one in Charlotte. Then coming along the East Coast a lot, we opened one out in Portland, Maine. Then we're gonna do another one in North Boston, King of Prussia. Definitely popping up pretty quickly.
Our home store is just outside of Atlanta. So,
Georgia.
Great locations. Yeah. Great locations, great products, and we're happy to have a brick and mortar that we can actually go and lay our eyes on these products. When we were looking at iCamper, the store actually had what we were looking for set up. I mean, we could climb into a bed of a truck, which is in the display area, and get into the tent. It really gave us a good idea of what that product was about and if it was something that we wanted. We appreciate y'all.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you for your time today.
Absolutely, yeah. We can always stop in store. Like he said, you couldn't get your hands on a lot of the tents. Like we have the iCamper Mini, but we normally have a full-size SkyCamp in-store setup, as well as we recently also carried Roof Nest. So definitely a lot of brands. And if there's something you think you're curious about, we could always look into it, see if we can get our hands on it for you.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Appreciate y'all being.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I tell you, we have met some of them just the most beautiful, amazing people.
Well,
all sorts, all shapes and colors and sizes.
Absolutely.
It's
yeah.
amazing.
That's the benefit that the military brought you. You know, all that just falls by the wayside.
It's about your mate.
It's the people beside you.
Yeah,
that's
yes,
right.
Sir. And we did, and that's what I love about what we do is that when we're out there on some of these trails, like we do the Kentucky Adventure Tour. The Cat.
Okay. Right.
Super difficult trail because we're doing all what they call the hards on it, but we have adversities that we have to get through. And so when that recovery bag comes out, you got people grabbing soft shackles and pulling line.
Everybody working together.
And then by Sunday, we're bonded. It was almost like a control, and that's what I love about the veteran side of it. Is I find guys that are fully disabled or have been through some stuff. They need to use that stuff again, those skills.
Well, that's what I started saying. They've spent a career if you will, in problem-solving mode,
Yes.
because everything they did required solving a major problem depending on where they was and what they was doing. It had to get done. There was no giving up and walking away.
Sir.
So
and then you come
makes a
back,
difference.
and now what do you do with it?
I
in
know it.
civilian life?
I know it.
So myself, not a veteran, but I understand. I can understand the struggle.
No, what you're doing for them means a lot.
Well, I
so
want
we
you to join
appreciate
the
it.
group. I think you'd be very.
Well, we may just do that. It could be a lot of fun, and we'll have to get into one of the drawings and maybe ride with y'all
Yeah,
sometime.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir. Well, we always bring at least one veteran with us. Also, we always bring a veteran. I bring a team, and then there's some random.
well, I got a Navy friend. He'd probably need it more than me. Oh,
You know, it's.
I wish he was here. One of the other vendors that was gracious enough to give us a little bit of their time was the Zero Breeze. They had a great air conditioning unit on display, and they went through the process of explaining it and telling us about the battery life, explaining pricing. Unfortunately, as you may notice, the wind picked up again. A lot of the audio quality for this just turned out to be awful. So we didn't want to actually put that out there and trouble y'all with not being able to hear what he's saying clearly anyway. So again, we'll just thank them for their time, and hopefully we'll catch up with them at another expo.
Badge boo boo the video audio.
I can't do nothing about the wind.
No, and this system's pretty cool. I'm thinking that we need one ourselves because it gets kind of hot out there in the sunshine.
It does, and it was a very good unit. I like the way that the battery pack was separate from it. You could buy two if you wanted to, and just constantly change those out. The price point wasn't terrible at all, so I would say if anybody's interested, yeah, definitely look up Zero Breeze, see what they have to offer. It may meet your needs for summer camping for sure.
It'll meet my needs, or some of them, besides food.
I agree, though. Eating in campus, one of my favorite things as well.
Oh yeah.
So, but the unit itself was pretty amazing. The fact that it was powered by solar panels to maximize, keep it fully charged. And the way they had the camper set up, and also the tent on top, where you could see how they fed it into the tent to keep the tent cool. It was just a really good product all in all, and something I think that we may have to look at
Honestly,
further.
so I'm thinking we need one. I really do.
So, the rain has finally quit and the sun is starting to poke its head out. We hope it will stay that way the rest of the afternoon. We have already changed clothes twice now and have been completely soaked to the bone. But it has been a pretty amazing event down here in Stark, Florida. A lot of the rigs have already packed up and gone home even. But we're gonna try to stay through tomorrow. Just hope it stays dry enough so that in the morning we can get the tent and the annex packed up without having to pack up too much moisture. This is an absolute mess. I mean, but the annex has been a blessing. It truly has enabled us to bring all this gear inside from out of the rain and to unzip when the rain slacks off and get a little cross breeze. So it has been amazing. It really has. We've had a great time. Hope to come back to the event next year. What do you think, babe?
Absolutely.
All right. Band-Aid said yes. So if the rain holds off, we'll try to get a little more footage of some of the rigs that are out and about, and hopefully see y'all again here in just a little bit. As you can see, there are so many different types of vehicles out here that folks use for overlanding, be it rooftop tents or pull behind trailers or the vans.
Ground tents.
If you have a love of overlanding or off-roading and you just really want to have an opportunity to see a multitude of different setups and get an idea of how you want to build out your rig, this type of event is really something you need to think about going to.
They even had some trail rides. We didn't participate, but we could hear them.
Yes, yes. And it really was. It was a lot of fun for us. A lot going on around us. More than we captured this time on video even. But we sure hope we have an opportunity to come back next year.
Absolutely.
we watched a few more vehicles on the obstacle course, and it was pretty neat to see them out there flexed a little bit.
It's still real windy.
But we were leaving the event at this time, going in search of seafood.
Crab legs.
So
you can't go to Florida and not have some seafood.
I'm with you. We left Stark en route to St. Augustine, and we found us a little place that
Hurricane Patties.
the internet said they had good crab legs, and they wasn't lying. And we got to sit in the marina and watch the boats. All in all, pretty good way to do things. Don't do anything perverted to the pilot. After getting our bellies full, we traveled into St. Augustine, drove downtown. St. Augustine was founded in 1565, and it has been continuously occupied since then. It was an amazing old city.
It's pretty cool.
Came past the college museum, drove by the military buildings, cobblestone streets. We just...
That cemetery, that was sweet.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing, really. We'll definitely come back and play
Spend some
tourist.
time, yes.
Yes, in St. Augustine. It was a beautiful, beautiful place. And of course, the big military fort that we drove past. I'd definitely like an opportunity to kind of explore that.
Oh, and some of the buildings were right on the edge of the street. You could reach out and touch the building.
Oh, I know, because I drove down those narrow streets, trying to see everything while not running over anything.
You did good.
Thank you. But like all adventures, after St. Augustine, it was kind of time to point toward home.
Yep.
That was just mostly highway.
Yeah.
But
long ride home.
It was well worth it.
It was. We had a great time.
We'll be back. And as the sun sets, traveling down the interstate, what would be complete without a trip to Buc-ee's?
I take you to the best places.
Absolutely. And as we like to say, as always, stay safe.
Stay well.
And stay tuned.
For more Backroads Bound.
Thanks, y'all.